everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. This is unplanned. I was just checking the sound levels there. 1 second. The sound levels were way off there. Okay, this was unplanned. I wasn't going to do a live this morning, but I thought, I'll just carry on as normal and just do it for this Easter Monday. So I don't expect a lot of people to be here. I've not kind of planned it as well, and I've not got the kind of news that I normally have as well. But we'll look over the news as well. We'll look at Crypto Compare and Crypto Panic as well. Look at some of the news. And I know, Deb, you'd sent a couple of news stories as well, and I just missed that. So we've got everything set up, so that's all good. We'll just see if we're live or not, just to make sure everything is up and running okay. It is there. I've got a couple of people in actually, so that's good. So we'll just jump over to the chat area. So we have Stephen King is in the house this morning. Jason Hansen is in. Deb, one of our brown admins. Thank you very much. Cal Capone is in. Crypto Don Juan, good to see you, buddy. Axel is in. B is in. Mighty Locks is in as well. Yeah, bank holiday day today. We're out. We've been out kind of all weekend. Really, I was out last night as well, and that's why I wasn't going to do a live this morning. I'm feeling a wee bit rough, but it's all good. So I thought we'll do a live because Bitcoin's fallen down a wee bit. The alts have fallen, the markets have fallen down slightly, but it's come back up. So we're going to look at that as well. Somebody said something there. Cheers, bud. Thank you from the United States of Disgrace America. We're not all like the idiocracy perceived in the media. That's it. So that was obviously a statement there. From Jason. JC Standers in as well. Cal Capone, buddy, is in as well. Good to see everybody here. Okay, so we'll just dive over to Crypto Bubbles. This is for the day. Over the last 24 hours, you can see it's been a red market. Red everywhere just now, apart from a couple DGD, which tends to kind of go up when the markets go down. I don't know why. But DigixDale does tend to do that, but it's actually been rising all week, up 39% on the week, so that's really good. MCO is up as well. Really like MCO. I've been speaking about that for a while now as well. BAT has been up big time. It's up 33% a week, but down 10%. Bytem, you can see the big red bubbles there. Buybox token up 15% a week and 6.5% over the day. So this is the overall market over the last 24 hours. However, if we go to the next hour, or just on the hourly, we can see we're back coming in the green again. DigixDale doing really well there as well. Pundi X is up 2%. I still don't know how that is, if it's up 2%, when 1 Satoshi represents, but obviously it's a BTC value as well. What else is doing well? Cubitica, 1.41%, not that much. PivX is doing well, 1.25%, down in a week. Monacoin, that's a blast from the past as well, 71% on the week. So a lot of the alts are down with the kind of Bitcoin price falling down yesterday. So we'll just take a look at the charts as well. Just dive over. Crypto Knowledge Alliance, crush legs, folks. I thought you were flying just now. This is Jimbo. Is coming up. He's visiting friends in Scotland. I'm going to meet him tomorrow. So that's looking forward to that, Jimbo. But so I'm presuming you're off your flight just now. B made a little cash on Binance coin this weekend. Excellent. So we recommended Binance coin at 342,000 Satoshi. It got up to 480,000 Satoshi. Came back down a wee bit and is probably going to go up to hit that 500,000 Satoshi like I've been talking about. G-Slick is in the house. Kig is in the house as well. Morning. XM looks like it could break out. XLM, we'll take a look at that as well. But first, we'll dive over to the overall markets, see what's happening overall. So we can see it doesn't look that bad. $177 billion in the overall market capitalization. Bitcoin dominance is up to 52.7%. Just now, we'll just look at the market cap and see where it fell to over the last day. Just look at that. So we were kind of up to 180,000 and we did fall down to about 175 when Bitcoin price fell, obviously, and they all started coming down with that as well. So what happened with the alts? And the alts came down to 82 billion after being up around 85 billion. So not that much, although it did look bigger than that. So we have been up to 87 billion. And as I said, fell to about 82 billion. So, and it's coming back up, it's picking back up again. That's the alts market, excluding Bitcoin obviously, because Bitcoin is not an alt. And that's the Bitcoin dominance there as well. Okay, so just go back and look at the winners and losers over the last 24 hours. DigixDAO, as we said, 13.88%. Buybox Token, Factom, Ogre, Pivex, Seacoin, all Crypto.com as well. MCO is up, but not that much. There's only about 17% in the green, 83% in the red. Crypto.com, the chain, CRO, down 11.5%. Basic Attention Token, that took a big run up, so we expected a pullback there. Monocoin is up as well after being up over the last week, or down, sorry, after being up over the last week. Bytum down, BitShares, Hypercash, Project Pi, Wax, Ontology, and Bitcoin Diamond all down as well. Loopring down, that's one I recommended the other day as well. So I've not got a call of the day today because it's kind of unplanned, but Loopring was a call of the day, so we can look at them as well. I don't know if I've got that with me. All the calls that I've made. I believe I had. 1 second. No. So I've not got them with me, but I can roughly remember, so we can look over them as well. Okay, this is the overall market. We'll just view all. Not got this set up yet. Let's look at 10k. We'll just wait on that. So look at while we're waiting on that coming up, we'll just look at the Bitcoin chart. So we're up to 5,284. My trading view wasn't working this morning, so I'm just going to make sure this is correct. I'll look at the 15-minute price. 845, it is correct now. So we're all good. So we can see this big dip, but it wasn't a big dip. The dip from here, round about kind of 8 o'clock yesterday, round about this time yesterday, it kind of fell from 5,335 all the way down to 5,212. And I thought I'd seen last night when I came in, because I hadn't really looked at the markets all weekend, or a lot of the weekend, I thought I'd seen it dipping down to 5,077. But obviously that wasn't the case. So it might have been a dream I had or something. A bit strange. Anyway, it's come back up. It's starting to move back up again over the last couple of hours. We can see there it's moved back up to 5,282. But we need... Well, we're staying above this kind of level. We're staying above the 5,200, so we should be kind of happy with that. We'll look on the daily chart just now. Still looks good on the daily. It's just struggling. You can see it's just struggling to keep its head above water there at 5,200. That's what we're looking for, to stay above that. Then going up to 5,500 and up to 6,000. Is it going to reach that? Hopefully. Hopefully. But the last 2 days we've seen red candles. Getting hammer-like candles there as well, which could indicate a surge higher. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here with Bitcoin. But still looks okay. Still looks good. Just go back to all and go back to the last 24 hours. So this is all the cryptocurrencies. Currently we've got 2,129 cryptocurrencies. And over the last 24 hours, these are ones that have traded over 10,000 in volume over the last 24 hours. WAB network, 103% up. ICOB up 73%. RealTract up 68%. TravelNote, that was one I looked at a couple of weeks ago. TravelNote, I was just looking at that because it was such, the market cap was so low as well. But that's up 44% on 11,000 volume. Solve, 18 million volume, 26 million. Let's go and have a look at that. ParkGene, DraftCoin is up as well. I'm just looking at Heavy, 39,000 market cap. And these are the ones we're kind of looking at, just to say these could easily kind of 100x and still be in the low millions. So TravelNote, if that 100x'd, It'd only be 1.9 million market cap. Same with Heavy. So if we found, these are really real hidden gems that we're really looking for. If we find them at 19,000 or something. Right, Solve. I'm just interested in that because of the market cap and the volume. So it's gone up 100% over the last week or so. What the market's this on? Upbit and Bittrex. Right. And the ROI since it came out is minus 11%. And it's up 100% already. Okay, just wanted to check that out. Yeah, so that's what we're looking for. We're still looking for these market caps that are really low. In the thousands would be amazing, but it would be a real hit or miss if you're looking at these in the thousands. And you'd have to be looking at the ones in the millions that have kind of established themselves, so they've got some kind of a established record there. But I did look at Travel Note, I have to admit, and just see if there's any others. Heavy, I'm going to look at that. For others, like Internet of People, I've seen that before as well. That was a wee blast from the past. Any others? PKJG token, up 15%, 38% on the week, 39,000 volume. Might be worth looking into as well. And that's about it just now. But it's always worth looking out for them. We'll just take a wee quick look at Travel Note. Right, so end of last year kind of came out, kind of went down, down. 142,000 it did reach. It's 19,000 just now. So even from there, it's down about 80%. In market capitalization, we're talking about 1847 was the Bitcoin price, 176 at the moment. Markets it's on. Hotbit, Mercatox. Actually, I quite like Mercatox, and there's no volume on that though. Anyway, might be worth looking at. Okay, we'll see who else is in. Crypto Knowledge Island, yeah, just waiting for takeoff, mate. Always tune into live if I can. Excellent, thanks, Jimbo. It's good to see you. We're good to see you tomorrow as well when we catch up. Hit the like, crypto peeps. Yeah, hit that like button if you like these videos. Just go down to like button. If we got, how many people we got on? 30 people watching just now. B $300 XRP. Anyone cashed in yet? Yeah, not quite happened yet. We're still waiting on that happening. It will come. It will come. Peter J, I see big things happening with DGB in the future. Yeah, a lot of people kind of talk about that. I think G-Slick is the DGB guy. We'll go to Bittrex. It's on a low just now. Not its all-time low, but on a low nonetheless. 237 Satoshi. What's its all-time high? 2,384 Satoshi. So it did get up to 422. So the recency effect, I like the recency effect when something like this happens, when it goes to an all-time high, well, not an all-time high, a recent high at 420, and then it comes back down and retraces all the way back down 100%. Then it could be that it's going to bounce from here. So it looks like it looks really good for a bounce actually. In fact, it looks primed for a bounce if we see this. Don't trade on Bittrex anymore. But Digibyte looks primed for a bounce. We'll look at this kind of support level here, strong support level here. So if you're thinking about Digibyte just now could be a good time to get in. Not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor. Put your big boy pants on, big girl pants on, all that stuff. Try and say that double speed. Yeah, so that could jump up quite quickly. If you've been thinking about Digibyte, now might be a good time. Ronald S, hi from America. Sensei Keegan man, late but better late than never. Greetings to you as well. I was started a wee bit later as well. G-Slick, like button, smash, coffee time. I've not got my coffee this morning. Forgot to make my coffee. I was trying to get organised. So what is happening in the world of Binance for the coins this week? And we'll just look at, and we'll do 22nd to the 28th. So who's got stuff coming out? Mainnet Alpha, 22nd, that's happening today for IoTex. Virtual Happy Tour Seller Network, Seller Second Virtual Happy Tour, Happy Hour, Happy Tour. Happy Hour will start on the 22nd. Rebuild Conference for Aeon, Basic Attention Token Milestone 0.63. BNB listing, or delisting, Aurora. They're delisting, Binance will be delisted in April the transition to the native blockchain. Right, I was going to say. Binance Launchpad on the 24th for Matic. Pace Tour, Blockchain Expo, Key Platform 2019, Seller Network, World Blockchain Summit. And currently I'm in Seller Network still, I'm still holding it just now. And they've got something coming out in June as well. World Blockchain Summit. And Crypto Games Conference. That's a general event for crypto as well. So is that it? That's it for the week. That's what's happening for Binance coins over the next week. Yep. I'm just going to have a look at Seller Network, Binance, and we'll go all. See what's happening on Seller. Blockchain expansion, off-chain providers, C-Root initial deploy. Yeah, it's at the end of June. SDK version 3 policy. Yeah, so it's all happening at the end of June. So I'm going to hold Seller, and the more I look into it, the more I like it. But I'm going to hold it just now. See if I can double my investment on that. Back to chat. Lovely morning at Glasgow, says B. It's been brilliant all weekend. I think this is the best Easter weekend we've had in terms of weather. It's been beautiful all weekend here. CryptoCat, good morning friends, greeting from beautiful Odessa. Excellent, good to see you CryptoCat. Time to jump on more Digibyte, G-Slick. Yes, time to, I've never actually kind of traded Digibyte, but it looks good, it looks like a good buy just now actually. Right, we'll go to latest news. And I know Adeb, you'd kind of sent over a couple of news stories, but I didn't have time to kind of bring them up. So we'll just have a look at what's happening kind of recently. Just now, this is Crypto Compare, the latest news. So ignore all the kind of price predictions and all that crap. So we'll see Electroneum price predictions. Crypto VC calls Bitcoin to $1 trillion. We've seen that as well. We kind of mentioned that last week. That was Adamant. Bitcoin's market cap will surge past 1 trillion with next bull run. Yep. Market altcoins to slide while Bitcoin holds gains. Blah blah blah. It's just kind of stating the obvious. Dash price now. Mill report. Russia funded US election snooping. That's CCN. So it's all. There's nothing kind of big. Bitcoin maintains uptrend. Nothing. Bitcoin 7 days synopsis. Kraken list Cosmos, Atom from BSB. This could be quite interesting. Still Lumens XLM price analysis. Crypto market corrective decrease. Ethereum, Dogecoin price analysis predictions. Bearish signs for Ripple. Litecoin analysis. Is this all the news there is? Is Bitcoin bottom? Where's it headed? So these are kind of news stories that are coming out from all the news sources obviously, so a lot of them are very similar. And this is why I have to take about an hour to kind of sit through news as well as get them from Adeb, James and Rob as well. So Bitcoin, where's this kind of golden cross? BTC USD. So how we're looking on the golden cross. So I'm just going to take that out, we'll take the volume out, and we'll get a couple of the indicators. MA, moving average, kill that. So just going to look at this golden cross that's up and coming, hopefully up and coming. So we'll go for green. light green, and we'll do the thick one, and do the inputs as 50. So this is a 50 MA, and we'll put that into 100, and I'll put that as red, inputs 200, style, and we'll do that as thick as well. Okay, that. Right, so we are on the cusp of crossing over. This is on a daily. So you can see here, this is the golden cross that we're talking about. So literally on the cusp of that happening just now. You can see when the green crosses this red, so this is a 50 MA crossing over the 200 MA. So we're on the cusp of that happening just now. And we can see, if we go back, the last time it really happened was November 2015. And we kind of know what happened from there, when it did cross over. Although it did cross over here as well. In July 2015, kind of threatened to come out at $246, and it did kind of go up. And came back down again. But the last time before then, it crossed over. It was round about here on the 1st of April 2012 at $4.90. Went all the way up to $1,100. That was back in 2012. Crossed over slightly here as well. So it doesn't happen very often, this golden cross. That is the point of talking about this. And just zoom back in. So we're coming up for this golden cross within. Well, if it goes down, again, if Bitcoin goes down, obviously we're not going to see the golden cross, but you can see the divergence there as well in price, but it's just like a big whale, that. It looks like that golden cross is going to happen in the next couple of days. If Bitcoin goes up, obviously this green line will come up as well, quicker than the red line. So if Bitcoin goes up in price, we're going to get that golden cross, and that is a very bullish sign for a lot of traders. And we've not had that at all. We've had the death cross on the 29th of March. That happened at 9,420. A lot of people spoke about the death cross kind of happening, and when that happened, it went all the way down, lost 66%. Now we're getting a golden cross, and that when that last happened, what happened there? We got an increase of 7,872%. So if we were to get that again, 7,800, right? We'll just go for this. Just see if it was to cross here, and we got 7,000% again. We've run out of space. So, right, 1 wee second. So, bugger. I'm just going to try and get this for you. I'm just going here. No, we'll go down, down, down. And we'll go from here. So if we're to get 5,000%, it'd be $239,000 for Bitcoin. It's not going to push up. Yeah. So it'd go up to about $300,000, basically, if we were to get the same percentage increase as we did in 2012 when we last got the golden cross from $252. Imagine that, $252 buying in. So golden cross coming up for BTC, really good news, and no doubt that'll make some headlines when that happens, and it should be in the next couple of days. We're touching there just now, we're within touching distance. We'll put that auto back on. So that'd be quite cool when that happens. Morning all, didn't think you'd be on. Steve, I didn't think I was going to be on, Tony, so I just thought I'd jump on. So it took a wee bit longer, so I've not got the news stories kind of organised. And send a praise to our Sri Lankan brothers and sisters. Yes, indeed, thank you for mentioning that, Peter. B, everyone waiting for Bitcoin train to pull the alts along. Yep. Kukla, good morning, Steve from Greece. Hope you had a nice Easter. Very nice, actually. Had a really good Easter. Thank you very much. Dominated the air. My chip bags, good morning to you as well. Okay, we'll just take a look at kind of Binance. What's happening with Binance just now? And just have a look. Okay, KNC is down. Hot has kind of gone back down. That was looking good for a big jump up. It did rise. Obviously, it kind of got from 24 Satoshi and jumped up to 30 Satoshi, which was a good rise for anybody who's in on that. But it's coming back down just now. But it's looking if it's going to go back to 26, 27, so that's not too bad. BAT coming down, obviously, after that big kind of rise up as well. Look at that. That's a brilliant, beautiful chart, that. That's on the hourly. If we look at the daily as well, for BAT, crossed over around about here on the 14th at 3,447. If you got in on a crossover, you could have had a 200% increase on that. That'd have been beautiful. Okay, who's doing well? DigixDAO, DigixDAO. But that's still close to its bottom. I don't even know what that does, to be honest. I've still not looked into it. It's one of these coins I've just not been interested in. TNB is rising as well. You can see that there. That's good. Good to see. Ogre. I like this for the long term. But the only thing with Ogre as well, and it's not a big thing, is it's not going to take much to get to its all-time high and surpass that, which is not a big deal. But I'd rather kind of look at the kind of ones that are kind of low, still good projects, good teams that are just low, they're down 80-90%, and try and get in on them from there. Coin's one of them. You can see it's at its all-time low. So is this going to survive and just bounce from here and just triple, quadruple, whatever? Although that's only got to 200 before. FET is coming back up after hitting its all-time low, and I think that's what's going to happen with Stellar Network as well. And that's Fetch AI, that was one of those ones on the launch pad, obviously. Did get to 11,000, down to 4,000, so down 66%, roughly. PIVX up 3%. Doesn't look good on a daily. 4 hourly. Not about that, but it's coming up anyway. MCO, just like MCO for the long term as well, I think they're going to do really well. Let's check MCO just now, actually. Just the market cap. 80 million market cap, number 73 ranked. I just think MCO, just think of them as the kind of the Visa or the MasterCard of the crypto world. That's how I see them being that big and that much volume going through them as well. When people really start to get their cards, if they can get the cards in the first place, that's a big thing. I think when people start using them and they do actually get the cards, and people from UK can start using them as well in Europe, I think it's going to be huge. I think Crypto.com is going to be absolutely massive. 80 million just now. It's not too high, but I just think it's going to be massive. It's one of those long-term ones that you could leave for a couple of years, and I think it'll do really, really well. BTT breaking my balls this weekend, CryptoCat. What is BTT doing? Is that 14 again? Did it go back down to 14? Yeah, 14. So support at 13 Satoshi, but there's nothing really there on the hourly. You can't really see it on the hourly, but you can still see the lines there. That's the yeah. Still think it's worth it. What is BTT doing in terms of market cap now? 151 million, so number 47. It's still worth it, I think, just to keep an eye on BTT. KFT is in. Good morning to you. Martin and Sonia is in. Good morning to you. Sean Dubs, morning Steve and crew. Good morning to you as well. Okay, so somebody had mentioned before about looking at some of the charts. So if you've got any charts you want to look at quickly, we can do that as well. So we'll just look at some of the big ones. Look at XRP. What's happening with XRP just now? Still probably an accumulation zone. This is on the hour. It's jumped over the last hour. So we're down at that 6,000 level. Up to 6305. Right, 1 second. Just go on the daily. $6,028. Did get up to 6,300. So it doesn't look good on the charts at all for Ripple. Obviously they've released another billion into the circulating supply for Ripple, as was the plan. But for me it's still accumulating. Still an accumulation zone for Ripple for me. Ethereum. What's happening with Ethereum? Just look at the big ones. Still following this kind of trend line, or this symmetrical kind of triangle we've got going on here. And still using this line as support. We've got 3.21 million. We'll look at Ethereum USD. $171. I still think we're going up to over $200 for Ethereum. We're getting a support line there as well. When we're going to get up to over 200. Probably around about, probably quicker than that, but I do reckon we're going to go up to way over $200 for Ethereum. Nobody's talking about them just now. A lot of people are down on them just now, and I think that is the time to start looking at projects like Ethereum and NEO. Same with NEO. That's exactly the same as happening with NEO as well. So we'll go to NEO dollar, USD. Yeah, it's the same with NEO as well. I think $10.87. A lot of people are down on them. Nobody's really talking about them. Everybody thinks they're going to kind of disappear. I don't think they are. NEO represents a brilliant buying opportunity, I think, at these prices. We did get down to $5.49, and it has been up to nearly $15 at $14.32. So at this price, I think it represents a brilliant opportunity for NEO as well. This is all-time high at $207. What else we'll look at? Let's go back. Ethereum XRP. You're not looking at Bitcoin Cash at all. Look at EOS. Nobody looked at EOS. EOS BTC. Oh, XLM was the other one we were going to look at. Coming down just now at 98,000 Satoshi. But it has had a good run up. That's a beautiful looking kind of chart as well. At 8,000, kind of 10x'd, more than 10x'd, 30x'd, up to 244,000. Is that 300x? That's 30x, 2,800%. Back to chat. Missed a lot of things there. G-Slick HDAC, thoughts? Haven't looked at that, we'll look at that. Rob UK is in house. Morning all, please mind about BAT to collect from Android app. Hi Steve, Rob UK is one of our Brown admins as well. Doing really well in the crypto space as well. Enough said. But doing really well, Rob, so been checking out all your messages as well. HDAC, we'll look at HDAC. Right, no circulating supply, so we can't get a market cap. Total supply is 11.5 billion just now. September 2018 it came on, or August 2018. Markets, BitHum, GDAC, Coinbase, don't really know. Right, HDAC 19th of April. Is it 16? HDAC, do I have user authentication process? Is this blockchain? Is this for security? HDAC President Oracle Open World. So I always like to look at the social as well. I think it's extremely important for projects to be social. So I don't really know what they do. Obviously, you can look at that if you want to check that out. But I'm just going to look at, so we don't know the circulating supply just now, times 11 billion. So we're just going to times that price, and I think we'll be extremely high on that. So the circulating supply has to be obviously really low. I would imagine even a tenth of that. And divide that by a tenth. You can find out relatively easy, but I'm not going to look into it too much. So that would be a market cap of 57 million if it was a tenth of that. So even a 10% circulating supply, 10% of this total supply. Yeah, nope, not for me, but you can obviously look into that. And that's just very quickly, obviously. I'm just going over that extremely quickly. Justin Churchill, I think we might see the golden cross followed by a sell-off to hit the death cross. This happened last time, then about a month later there was another golden cross that started the bull run. That's right, so if we look to that, we can see that happened there. BTC USD. And we'll go back to the MA. And we'll take out that. And look at the MA. So what Justin's talking about is we've seen a golden cross happening on the 9th of July, around about the 9th of July. So we've seen a golden cross happen there, around about July, then it came back down again. So we got the death cross a month or two later, and then we got another golden cross another month later, and that's what started the bull run. So if we were to repeat that, that means we could go over and get that kind of golden cross there, then come back down and go back up again. That's what could trigger the next bull run. So what happened here, if we kind of zoom in here. So we've got the golden cross round about here. It actually happened sooner than that. So around about $248. We've got the death cross around about $230. Then we've got the golden cross again, $248. And that's what triggered the kind of bull run from there. So if we're going by that kind of logic and we're kind of looking at that kind of scenario, we get the golden cross round about here, probably around about 5,500. Then come back down, maybe the 5,200 level, and go back up again, and then trigger another kind of golden cross, and that could trigger the bull run. So I don't think it's going to go down all the way down to 3,200 again, and then go back up. I don't know if that's what you're intimating, Justin, but I can't see us going back down to there. But you never know with Bitcoin. You just never know. That was it. We were going to look at XLM. Somebody mentioned XLM, BTC. Oh, it doesn't look good just now on the daily. That's on the MA, Joe. We'll just get rid of them. Look at the volume as well. So we're getting long-term support there for XLM. This is on the daily we're on. Horizontal line, we can see clear support there. And this is going back a year. We're hitting kind of the bottom here around about this level. So this is another kind of Digibyte. We just look to the Digibyte chart and we've seen it kind of rising up like this, come back down again. So again, this XLM could be a good opportunity to buy here because it's hitting kind of long-term support and short-term support as well. Obviously its support will go back to a year here, around about this time. So it's not hit these levels. So you could get a bounce up over the next couple of months of 100% for XLM. So it represents a good buying opportunity from here, unless it falls below. Obviously this is market dependent as well. So if it falls below this kind of 2000 level, then you could go a lot lower. So there's the 2000 level. I don't see it falling below that unless Bitcoin takes a big dive. So it could be a good opportunity to buy here for XLM. Ronnie Raleigh, good morning everyone. Steve, could you please check on Pundi? Yeah, Pundi's not doing much. To be honest, we checked on Pundi X. We're better looking at on the kind of Binance chart. So 1314, and it looks as if it could actually fall more because the sales are kind of outweighing the buys just now of about 2 to 1, 2.2 to 1 just now. So it's selling at 14, buying at 13. So I don't know what it is with Pundi, to be honest, and we've been in and out of Pundi, me as well as kind of me talking about it, and everybody, a lot of other people as well talking about it. I just don't understand what's going on with it, so I've kind of steered clear from it just now. But at the moment it could go down to 12.13. Looking at this, unless it can hold that buy at 13.14. So I need to wait and see. So it's not looking good, according to the chart. It's not looking good for Pundi X, which is a shame. Dent, I'm surprised at Dent as well, to be honest. Really surprised at Dent. And this could be another good buying opportunity for Dent. In fact, you might be able to get in at 15 just now, because there's 4 million selling at 15. But 987 million buying for 14. So you might be able to buy a couple of million there at 15 Satoshi, and it could represent a good opportunity. But I don't know what's going on with Dent either. I really don't. These are the low Satoshi value ones. So how many have we got under 100 now? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 under 100 Satoshi. And hot looks as if it's going to go back up to 26, 27. For the long term, I think hot looked good. I think it looked really good. We spoke about it all the way back here at the beginning of the year as well. Yeah, so Pundi X, it's not looking brilliant, to be honest, according to the charts. CryptoCat, XRP 10 days, then Moon. I still think XRP for the long term is going to be brilliant. Rob UK, David Schwartz sold his XRP, not great. Yeesh. And CryptoCat, I bought them. Hold as much XRP as you can. Don't need a crystal ball for this climb coming soon. It is coming soon. Well, I think it's coming soon as well. CryptoCat, everybody thinks XRP will be adopted by all large banking institutions, but I think they'll only adopt and use XRapid, etc. Yeah, it's like Marmite. You're either for them or against them. With regards to XRP, I was totally against them, I have to admit. I've admitted that, kind of held up my hands and said I was totally against them, but I'm totally for them now. Fun Kid Videos, hi Steve, I sent you an email with some tips on how to grow your channel, hope it helps. Thanks very much. I've not actually seen that. I'll need to check that out. G-Slick, has anyone done conversion on FX coin for Pundi X yet? Wait, what's the minimum maximum supply you can put on the order at time of conversion? I don't know about that, G-Slick, so if anybody else knows, put in the chat. KevT, QLC have upcoming staking where QGAS will be given daily to token holders who lock up the coins for 6 months. Could lead to price increase. QLC. Looks at them. QLC. So now would be a good time to buy if you have not looked into it. QLC chain. 8 million market cap, 240 million supply, 600 total supply, so that's good. It's up to about 40% of its total supply. Volume is 1.8 million. Markets we can see is Gate.io as well. Well, we know it's on Binance. KuCoin, so it's all on Binance. It's mostly on Binance. Social. Purchase IOU went out, so that's 4 hours. See, this is how it should. Right. So that might be worth looking at as well then. QLC. And it's retraced from the crossover. So if we look at the fib retracement, I use that a wee bit differently, but so we've got nearly 100% retrace on that, so this could represent a good buying opportunity as well. And since this dip in alts, it represents a good buying opportunity if Bitcoin price is obviously going to go up. If Bitcoin price crashes, then obviously the alts are going to still come down with it as well. But it's about taking a chance and putting in your stop losses as well. But QLC, from a charting point of view, it doesn't look great from a charting point of view, but when you consider the recency effect and look at where it's been only a couple of weeks ago, it was up at 1467, now down to 692, 100% retracement. This represents a brown opportunity because it could bounce from here, and even if you get a 50% bounce from here, it's 50%. And plus with the news coming out as well, and like Kev T was saying there, that could represent and give it some momentum as well. So it could go up 100%. You could get a cup and handle there. Mr. Swanfield, morning. Did you look at ADA yet? It'll be a nice buy soon. Cardano is always a nice buy. It doesn't matter what price it is. Cardano is always a nice buy. So it's down to 1390 just now. Cardano. Chart wise, doesn't look brilliant. Daily, it's crossed down over the 50 EMA. So chart wise, it doesn't look good. But for accumulating, I think any price for Cardano is a good price. So we're looking at topping up more of that. What's it on the hourly? Doesn't look good on the hourly either. But 1390 represents a brown opportunity, I think, as well. That's Cardano. Don't forget to convert your KIN ERC20 to KIN mainnet token. So anybody that's into KIN, to pay attention, I would imagine you know that already. 40 cryptocurrency nuts in today for a holiday. Superb. Yes, that's good to see. I didn't expect really many people to be on at all. Sean Dubs, so Steve, have you or can you check out MCO? Love MCO, that's what I was saying earlier on. I don't know if you caught that, but I do really like MCO. Yeah, it's near its all-time high. It's 515 just now. It's going to go much higher than this. I'm just going to look at the, what's the dollar value go up to? $29. It's going to raise surpass that. MCO BTC. So it's at 96,600 just now. And this is one I recommended to the premium group. And I think I recommended, what was the I think I recommended it something like 76,000. When is it? 76,000. In fact, I'm just going to go over to the calls just now. This is for the premium group. I'm just going to see, and I've not updated this in the last 2 days, I don't believe. So I'll just go over to the calls for April, and I can show these as well. There's some in play just now, but April's not been a brilliant month actually. The average call was made 9.1%. MCO, where did we call it? 13th of April called that, so still in play, called it 79,000. It did get up to 100,000, so it's 25%. ENJ was a big mover as well at 32%. BNB called that 342,000. It got up to 481,000. Satoshi called ETC as well, 37%. But the recent ones not done so well. KMD, DLT, EVX, ONT, Poly, POA, LRC. LRC I've not looked at. I think that's fallen as well now. and it might have fallen below the 5%. 1267, it has fallen way below that. So that's not good. So I did expect good things from Loopring. We did get kind of a lot of profit when it jumped up from around 1400 up to 2200, but then it came back down from there, and there was kind of support around about the 1350 level. Once it kind of poked its head through that, it kept on going down. So it's going down just now, so not looking good for Loopring, which is a pain in the arse. They're down at 1427. But you can look at this two ways. Obviously, if you've got a stop loss, obviously you're being stopped out at 5%, or you could see this as a good buying opportunity, and you'd wait. As I said, you can go into the 15-minute and just wait to see when it crosses back over on the 15-minute and go back in there. And I spoke about this a couple of times, how to get back in. If it falls big time, when to get back in, or if it goes up big time, when to kind of get out or get back in as well. So MCO looks really good for the long term and for the short term as well. CryptoCat, thanks for another great vid. Wife is demanding we go to the bazaar. Have a good one, my friend. You as well. You as well, mate. Have a good one. QLC looks good for a small wager. It does. QLC looks really good for a bounce, actually. Chris Cash is in. Hey, happy Easter, Stephen. Greets from Holland. Good to see you, Chris. And crush the like. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. We got in 39 people in just now, so a couple of people have left. I think that's about time to wrap up as well. We'll just have another look at Bitcoin. Unless you've got any questions. If you've got any questions, put them in chat just now. We'll go to BTC USD. So 5289, so we're going back up in the right direction. That's on a 15-minute. Let's go to the hourly. So crossing back up on the hourly, which is a good sign to go higher. And we're still up on the 4-hourly as well. And we can see on the 4-hourly, if we're on the 4-hourly, it's bouncing off that 50 EMA and going back up. And coming down, bouncing off. So it's been supported really well, surprisingly really well at these levels. So I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. What's the best setting of the EMA? Mohammed Khan. I've got 7 EMA and the 50 EMA. That's what I'm kind of using. That's what I like to use. You can see there the style. So I've got the 50 on the close, the offset at 0, obviously, and that's on the 50 EMA. The style, I just always have it in the red. You know, you don't need to know about the style. You can do your own one. And the 70 EMA is the same as well. That's what we've got for the crossovers. Okay, with that, I'm going to leave it there just now and bid you a happy Easter Monday, whatever you're doing today. I take a lot of people are still on a break just now as well. But thanks for joining me, really appreciate it. Didn't expect so many people to come in. But thank you very much for joining me, really appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. So we'll be back to normal tomorrow with the news and stuff like that as well. And what's happening with crypto bubbles, I'll just leave you with that for the hourly. So still green just now. It's looking good, it's looking better. The alts are starting to go back up again. So with that, I'm going to leave you and bid you a brilliant day. And until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently, They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.